Pimblett is an animal. He's that good.
By TKO, Paddy! The Paddy Pimblett!
Let's see who is the scariest he deserves.
Caio, the natural Borralho!
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. That's dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. And Matt, we should get right to our first guest. He's in the waiting room, patiently waiting.
Let's get him in here.
Main event on the 20. It's a week from Saturday, I think. It's Paddy Pimblett, of course, gets Justin Gaethje for the interim lightweight belt, and that is the 21st, the 26th. My dates are shit. Hold on.
Yeah, man, he's chomping on some berry. What are you eating there, Paddy?
Brussels sprouts in the PI.
Oh, Brussels sprouts. Oh, I envy you.
Heavy.
Fucking shit. No wonder why you can get some chubby cheeks after a fight. Who the hell wants to eat Brussels sprouts?
No, I just swear to God, I'm not really the biggest Brussels sprout fan, but in the PI, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, if you make food like that, like somewhat tasty, it's tolerable. It's when they try to just give it to you steamed, where it's shit and it's inedible.
Yeah.
And this fight with Gaethje, the Chandler fight was such a great fight. I thought Michael looked very good too. You just looked better and more dominant. And you started off with some really great heavy leg kicks, which is such an excellent weapon for you. And Gaethje is really, that's something he is a specialist at as well. So do you think that kind of negates each other, or do you just kind of plan on getting ahead of him with that?
No, I'll get ahead of him with it. The range is going to be a big thing in this fight, just like it was with Chandler. I know for a fact I'll be able to keep my range on him. And a lot of people think I'm just going to shoot in immediately in this fight and I'm going to try and take him down. I know as soon as I get him down, the fight's over. He doesn't get back up and I submit him. So I do want to show everyone how good my striking is, just like I did against Chandler, and I think I will. I've got a feeling I'm going to knock his ass out.
A win is a win, and you've been winning. You don't know how to lose right now in the UFC. So it's like, you don't want to get too carried away with trying to prove a point with that, do you? Because, man, you're grappling so money.
I know in the end, nine times out of 10, this fight ends up on the floor, he gets submitted, and I think that'll probably happen. But people just think that I'm going to come in and I'm just going to shoot immediately and I'm not going to try and strike. When I'm not, I'm going to come out and I'm going to strike with them first. I don't need to just shoot it immediately.
Well, I mean, the way it ended is the way it ended with Chandler, which was brutal.
Yeah.
But it's not like you were sitting there shooting doubles and singles on him either. You were striking with him. I just think people remember how it ended.
Gaethje went life and death with Chandler as well. You know what I mean? People can say Chandler's washed all he wants and stuff like that, but he went to decision with Charles Oliveira 5 months before I fought him. So people can just move the goalposts all they want with me.
Chandler's striking looked pretty good early in the fight, too. He was landing some shots and he was covering the distance pretty well. Was it what you expected, or is his striking better than you expected? Because I think everyone expects Chandler, too. The first thing he's just going to do, he's only going to shoot.
No, I expected him to... I didn't even expect him to shoot.
Oh, no.
I expected him to just try and take me head off with an overhand right, because I think he knew my grappling was superior to his, so he thought I'll just try and take his head off with an overhand right. But then obviously where I was keeping the range on him well, he tried to take me down.
What do you think makes Gaethje as dangerous as he is? Because, I mean, he's always a problem, even if you do have the size advantage, and obviously your grappling, I think, is definitely better than his. But he's just one of those guys who can put people away with a head kick. He's a very dangerous fighter. So what do you think makes him the most dangerous?
I think the fact that he keeps walking forward is his best attribute. He's most dangerous because he can take a shot, as you know, but I don't think he can take as good a shot as he used to. So now it's a little bit different with him. But I think Chandler's just as dangerous as him, to be honest. Like, people overlook Chandler now because I've beat him, but it'll be the same when I beat Gaethje. It'll be like, oh, he's washed, he's old, he needs to retire. When the fight before, they look great. No, people say Rafael Fiziev had beat me up, and he beat Rafael Fiziev quite easily over 3 rounds.
You know, you talk about people moving the goalposts and whatnot, and even if you beat Gaethje, they're gonna say this. You're probably used to that shit by now, aren't you? I mean, when you keep winning, you're gonna get hate. I know you get a lot of love, but you're gonna get a lot of hate and a lot of people saying, well, he did this, but this guy's this. Are you just used to it by now? Do you even give a shit? You seem to be handling it like, whatever,
Being happening since I was an amateur. It's been happening since I was 16. You know what I mean? So I'm used to it, lad. It's just normal, but it's even funnier now that it's on the world's biggest stage and people are still coming out with excuses.
Well, it's like the guys like yourself and Conor and Jones and all these guys who are big names in the UFC. I mean, it's kind of the price you pay for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're a respected fighter coming up and a prospect, people are going to love you and hate you. I think that's just kind of the price of the success.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like, the funniest one for me lately is I'm an industry plant by Dana. You know what I mean? That's the one that makes me laugh the most lately.
Wait, what's that one? They think you're an industry plant for what?
Just like, I've been put in this position, like I haven't done any hard work and I haven't beat anyone to get here.
I mean, does anyone think Dana's good at keeping a secret? I mean, that's the last thing I would expect Dana to do is not say something out loud at a press conference. No, I haven't heard that. That's just kind of silly. Do they not see the people that you've beaten? I mean, you've won your fights pretty decisively. This
is the sort of stuff that I have to look at and just laugh.
And I think it's when people they see you, and it's always the guys that have that it factor. Now you have that from the war. I can't do it. I'll look silly with the fucking. I love what you do with the hands. I look silly doing it, but you're having a fucking good time, man. And it's all the negative fuckers that are just look at him. He's having so much fun. He's beating everybody. So it's so good that you don't let that shit get to you, though. It really is for your mentality.
Yeah, fuck them, lad. I'm not asked. People can say what they want. You know what I mean? They're not the ones that get in there and actually fight. I am.
So because fighters have different reactions to like fans on Twitter and Instagram. Do you go back and forth with people, or does it annoy you on some level, or are you able just to completely? It's hard to tune it out, but I mean, all of us get it.
I used to be bad going back and forth, but now I'm not signed into any of my accounts. You know what I mean? I let me manager and my social media people run that because I'll just get more accounts banned saying stuff back to people.
Yeah, it's hard not to. It's when you see it. You see it, you're just like you. And then there's no winning and going back. It really isn't. It's not like they can be like, all right, you got me. Sometimes you answer in the back, they'll be like, oh, I can't believe it. And you're like, oh, this guy's just a fucking fan. He's just a fucking
that's happened before.
Yeah, me too. But like, I can't believe you responded. It's like, well, could have been something nice. You didn't have to shit all over me.
That's what people do, though. They just want, most of the time, they just want you to say something. It's like if you walk into a party and you're quiet, no one notices you. But if you scream something at the top of your lungs, everybody looks. And I think that's what people want sometimes when they say something shitty. They just want you to acknowledge that they're alive.
Yeah, definitely. That is the case with a lot of fans.
Because none of them say it to you. Like when they come up to you, you'll notice that, like I've never had people speak to me in person the way they speak to me online. And they're not afraid of me physically. It's just people don't do that in person.
No, they don't. People act a completely different way online to what they do in person.
Has it been surprising for you, the way fans have been? Like, is this kind of what because you said you dealt with it since the amateur, is this one of these things that you expected, or has it been better or worse than you thought?
No, it's just what I expected. I always thought it was going to be like that. I knew it from day one that it'd be like that.
Now, things go perfectly. We get the interim title. Are we chilling, or are we for Ilia to come back, or are we?
Yeah, I want Ilia. Know what I mean? I want to prove I'm the best lightweight in the world, and I am going to be the best lightweight in the world for now until he comes back. So as soon as he comes back, I'll be ready to go.
Let me ask you, Paddy, because you gotta. I see your situation. You have like a beautiful home life with your kids, your wife. You gotta kind of feel for Ilia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I do feel for him. I think it's heavy. You know what I mean? Like it's bad on him, and I hope it all gets resolved. well. I've seen his first little court things went well for him, which is nice. So hopefully it all gets resolved cordially. But we're gonna have to just see what happens, aren't we? You never know. If we can't come back by June, July, though, we need stripping.
It's nice that you said that though, because I know you guys you never got along, but yet you see.
No, I don't like him as a person or as. I respect him as a fighter. He's a very good fighter, but I don't like him. But that's nothing to do with his family. So I hope all that goes well with him.
Yeah, anything that, because everyone has personal things that, most people don't even hear about. So anything that keeps you out of fighting has got to be weighing very heavily. What started you guys not liking each other? Was it an in-person interaction or was it online stuff?
No, yeah, it was online, stuff online. He took something I said the complete wrong way, and then it escalated from there.
Isn't it crazy how online has just changed? It makes for bigger fights, though. I think that there is a balance between when it becomes annoying and when it does get fans so interested that they want to see two guys go at it. I think that online stuff has helped promote fights a lot, meaning the back and forths.
Yeah, it definitely has. I think me and Ilia is like the biggest fight that the UFC can make right now.
Shit, yeah.
Alex Pereira, John Jones, or something like that. It's the biggest fight that can be made. Well,
that White House fight is coming up, but I don't think didn't Alex say he's not fighting there? So, I mean, who knows? There might be. I'm sure. Has that been mentioned to you at all, or have you thought about that?
No, I doubt I'd fight on that, just because I have a lot of people that come and watch me, my friends, my family. I've had to buy 250 tickets for this card out of my own money to then distribute, and then I've got other people that are still getting on me for tickets and stuff. So the amount of people that come and watch me fight the White House just doesn't make sense for me.
Now, Paddy, let's say things go right, everything's going great. When people get a belt, a lot of opportunities come up, and you've got to look. I'm surprised people haven't tried to hit you up already for something in Hollywood. Will you stay focused on just being a savage still, or if some opportunities come your way, you might. Did you ever think about this? You might be in a position.
Yeah, I've always said that I'm gonna eventually be in Hollywood and be in films and stuff like that and acting. That's something I've always said that I wanted to do once I retire.
Interesting. Do you ever plan on doing any kind of courses for it or anything, or no? You think you'll just be a natural, or you're taking any lessons?
If I need any, but I don't reckon I do. I've done little bits before. I used to do drama as a kid, so I'll be ready for it.
Hey, whatever you do, don't do that sissy ass fucking improv shit that Dean Thomas does. I'll lose respect for you, Paddy. I'm a tree. I'm a fucking tree.
Seen Dean picking Justin, lad. So I've got a bone to pick with Dean when I see him.
Did he really? That son of a gun.
How did he pick him? Did he say how?
He said he says he doesn't really see how I win, I think. Sure, that's what he said.
Well, listen, man, I don't want to say this because you're on air right now, but I think you know who I picked. I don't even know if you know, but I'm looking at him, and it's not Jimmy Bird. Yeah, Paddy. Paddy, listen, man, I love Justin. I think Justin's an absolute savage. He's 37. He had his shot. He had his shots. And don't get me wrong, I love watching him. I'll continue to watch him as long as he wants to fight. But I see a young, hungry savage in front of me. I mean, I feel like it's your time,
Same, that's what I feel. I don't feel, I know it's my time. And I respect Justin Gaethje a lot. I really like him. He's a nice dude as well as an unbelievable fighter and one of the best fighters to watch. As I've said in interviews, he's my favourite fighter's favourite fighter. I love watching him fight, but it's different when you watch him as a fan and then when you watch him as an opponent, because watched him as a fan and I've always loved it, and now I'm watching him as an opponent, watching breakdowns on him. I'm just like, wow, you get hit so much.
Yeah, you see it differently when you're watching it because you're going to be in there with him, and that Khabib and Oliveira both submitted him, so it is possible to do, and that's obviously what people are expecting if you win this is to be a sub. It doesn't mean you can't knock him out, but I think people are expecting a submission.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. People expected a submission, and I can see me dropping him and then submitting him like Charles did. But as I say, I can see me knocking him out and shocking a lot of people.
Is it strange, and have you had this? I always ask younger guys this. Have you fought anybody that you looked up to a lot before you fought? Like, have you had that experience yet? Like Gaethje is, I don't know if he's old enough. But
not really, no. Tony a little bit maybe, but I didn't really look up to him that'd only happen if I fought, like, I don't know, I've never really looked up to anyone because I started the sport so young. I started when I was 15. Like, maybe if anyone, like McGregor, but like, I'm never going to fight like a BJ Penn. Know what I mean? So
It's good. You don't want to put anybody on a fucking pedestal anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you might be
standard.
fighting them. You know?
And I've been seeing the nice photos of you and your family in New York. Are you guys just kind of, do you stay somewhere after you fight? Because it seems like you guys at least get out and about. And I've seen some really nice photos of you guys like everywhere.
yeah, my manager lives in San Diego, so that's somewhere I like to visit. San Diego is possibly my favorite place in America. So I visit San Diego and go there. But last time we was like in San Diego and LA. I had some work to do in LA, so we were there. After this fight, I'm going to have a nice break. Go to Amman and the Maldives.
And also, I guess, wait and see if there's any movement on Ilia. Like if you fight and if it goes your way, and give it.
Yeah,
how about?
He's definitely not back till June, July anyway, so I'll be able to have a nice rest in February and rest my body.
How much time would you give it? Do you think if he can't come back by June, July, are you saying then they need to strip him? Is that what you were saying? Or
Yeah,
do you
should vacate or strip him. But he's holding the division up, isn't he?
Yeah, because would you be willing to? I guess if you're the interim champion, you don't want to fight somebody else. You only want to fight for the belt itself. You don't want to fight anybody else, even though it is still technically a championship.
Yeah, of course you do. You want to fight for the undisputed title, but you never know. He could get stripped. I could end up becoming an undisputed champ off like Tom Aspinall, off not fighting, and then I'll happily fight Arman Saruki and I'll happily fight the winner of Max Charles. I'll fight whoever. I don't care. I've never said no to a fight. Any fight contract what gets sent to me, I sign and send it back. I've never turned a fight down.
Isn't it crazy with a guy like Aspinall? He gets eye poked, and it's obviously serious enough to require multiple surgeries. And people gave him shit because he didn't want to continue. How people are when they're not actually in there fighting it's really insane.
Yeah, people don't understand what it's like. If he's seeing 3 versions of Cyril Gane and 6 arms, he can't continue to fight, can he? I'll defend Tom all the way with that one. Like, if I get poked in the eye that severely and I can't continue, I can't continue. I do my best to continue, but if you get poked that bad, then I don't understand why he's getting shit for it.
Hey, so are you comfortable over there in the UK? You ever think about maybe we got Michael Bisping over here. You ever think about moving over to the States? You said you love San Diego.
Yeah, I do love San Diego. If I was going to move anywhere in the States, it'd be San Diego, but the taxes in California are pretty high. So I don't know about that. If I was going to move anywhere, I think it'd be Dubai now.
Really? What do you like about Dubai? I've never been there. What do you love about it?
It's so friendly, clean, safe. It's just a lovely place, and obviously the taxes very, very low there.
Yeah, Vegas too. Though, if you live in Vegas, I think there's no income tax. I guess you pay maybe no state tax, but and you're within driving distance from San Diego. I mean, you're probably a 6-hour drive. The
reason I wouldn't move until I've retired anyway. There's no chance because my team's in Liverpool. Me gym, me family. I don't think my missus would ever want to leave Liverpool anyway because her mum and dad are still around. So that's out the window for now.
Is the San Diego thing, is it the sun because you don't get to see it so much over there in Liverpool? Is the sun come out at all? I've been there. I've been around there. Is that why you like San Diego so much? Is the polar opposite of what you're used to every day?
Yeah, you could say that. The sun in San Diego is lovely, but the people in San Diego are lovely as well. And there's so many different things to do there. Like, I think San Diego is such a nicer city than LA. I think LA is dirty and like grimy. You know what I mean? It's
yeah, I get you.
Yeah, no, San Diego is definitely nicer.
Yeah, San Diego is 1,000,000% nicer than LA. Vegas is nice, but the only thing about America is you need to drive, and I don't drive.
You don't drive here, or you don't drive anywhere?
No, I don't drive. I haven't got a license.
Is there a reason for that? Were you nervous about it?
Just never done it. I always rode my bike to the gym and stuff.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Do you have a plan on getting one or no?
Yeah, eventually I'll get it. Like, it's a life skill, isn't it? But for now, I'm focused on me fighting. I haven't got time to go and do a driver's test.
It's almost with Uber, too.
UK, in the UK, there's a lot more rigmarole to getting your driver's license than in the US.
And with all these rideshare apps, Uber and all, it's kind of easy just to get where you want to go. You can always get where you want to go, even if you can't find somebody to drive you.
My wife drives, you know what I mean? She's the driver, and my dad takes me to the gym whenever I need to. So I'm all right for now. I'm a passenger princess.
That's what I can do. Let them drive you around. That's excellent. Norm Macdonald, the great late Norm Macdonald, never drove.
Yeah, legend.
Did he never drive? I knew Norm, and I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that.
Not drive. Yeah.
My dad absolutely loved Norm.
He's a genius.
Yeah, he was
great.
a brilliantly funny guy. There was one more thing I had wanted to ask you. Shit, and I forgot because we started talking about driving. No, I don't remember it. It left me.
We gotta let him
live in San Diego.
No, it wasn't even about Vegas. I think it was about. I just don't remember. It totally left. It was something about. I know. It was about Dubai. When you're there, because I've been kind of obsessed. I don't like heights. Did you do the Burj Khalifa yet? Have you gone into any of those things where you can zip line off buildings or anything?
Yeah, I done the zip line off the building. My coach who's sat with me now absolutely shit himself when we got to the top and said he's not doing it.
Did he do it?
Wouldn't do it. No, he got down. I done a skydive while I was there.
What was the experience of going off the building in the zip line? It looks terrifying, but it also looks fun as you're getting closer to the ground.
None of that stuff bothers me. Not really too bad with heights. Like I love the rides on the top of the casino here. What's the hotel?
The Stratosphere. The Stratosphere.
Yeah, the Strat. They're brilliant.
Wait, have you gone on the one? There's one at the top of the Stratosphere, which it takes you out over the and it stops.
Yeah,
you've done that.
Yeah, that's the worst one I was doing.
It does get you when you're on it.
Yeah, you feel like you're about to go, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, no, I like adrenaline, but not like that. For me, I just I don't wear condoms. I'm like, that's my idea of skydiving. Well, Paddy, look, I mean, this is going to be an incredible fight. I'm very happy for you. It's great to see you, and I love Gaethje so much. This is a great fight, and have a good fight. I mean, what am I going to say? I said good luck. You don't need good luck. I have a feeling you're going to win the fight.
Yeah, we don't do luck.
No,
we don't do luck.
Have a great fight.
The hard work, the hard work that I've put in is going to come to fruition, and obviously, I don't want Gaethje to retire, but I've seen him say that he's going to retire if he loses. So it looks like it's going to be Gaethje's retirement party.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, man, you got the world by the nuts there, Paddy. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We're happy for you.
You know that, Matt. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you again, man. Have a great fight and safe travels. And it was great talking to you.
See you later.
Okay. All right, Paddy.
Thanks, Paddy.
Take care, brother. I'm excited for him. You know, I've always liked Paddy. I really did. He's a guy that when people are shitting on him, he's got his crew. He knows who he is. He's got a beautiful family.
Yeah.
He trains. Obviously, he trains hard. You know that because there's no other way he could lose that weight if he didn't.
He looks thinner, by the way. I was going to tell him that too.
Of course. Listen, I know what it's like to be a little bit of a fatty in the off season. It's okay, you know?
Yeah. No, I know. It's hard.
Get some cushion in there, and then you get rid of it, and you're ready. I'm excited for that fight. I really am. I'm excited for fucking any fights, dude. How long has it been?
It's a very strange beginning of the year schedule. Oh, by the way, did we announce that Kayla Harrison is out of her title defense against Amanda?
I'm just hearing this now.
Kayla Harrison is out. It's a neck injury, and she required surgery this week. A herniated disc in her neck.
Is something? There's no. What else is happening now? I guess.
Don't know. I honestly don't know. They have yet to announce if or when the championship fight will be rescheduled. But if it's serious enough for surgery, I mean that's heartbreaking for both of them. Amanda's. Last time we talked to her, Matt, she was going fucking crazy. She's dying to get back in there, and Kayla was such a great fight. So it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, man, but. We will have fights.
Yes, we will.
I'm excited about. I want to talk to Caio, man, because both him and RDR, who he's fighting, they both are coming off their first loss in the UFC. That's RDR's first loss, also, right?
I think so, but they were different tones to the losses. If you remember, RDR. Was a fourth round stoppage, and he really and again, I don't ever say fighters give up. I have a lot of respect for fighters, but it was a very, it was a different tone, I think, than Caio's loss. Imavov. Oh, he's ready to go. Okay, good. I'm interested to ask what he thought of that. Hey, Caio, how are you?
Hey, what's up, my guys? You guys good?
Good. Thank you for coming in today.
Always, man. Always,
How we feeling, man? I mean, listen, we're excited for you to get back in there. We really are.
Me too, brother.
I want to know, like, because everything is, I'm not going to say is. We've won since, the team. But, like, it's funny. When things are going well, everybody loves you. Fighting nerds. I want the t-shirt. I want the glasses. When can I get the glasses? Everybody gets so excited. Then we get into it. Listen, the fight, we know how the fight game is. I mean, as prepared as we are, we're fighting the best guys on the planet. So we have the team gets a couple of lumps, and who's jumping off the bandwagon? How do you feel like after that? Not just with your team. Do you feel, is it a little like irked? Is it a little bit like, look at this, everybody loves us, now we're getting this? What was the mentality after dealing with that? Not just with yourself, but with the team.
To be honest with you guys, we were already expecting that. That's the fight game. Once you're winning all the fights and do amazing performance and all that, people loves you. And as soon as you just have a little fallout or something, little fall, people not hate you, but people, as you said, jumps out of the ship, and we were already expecting that. I don't think this is affecting us or anything like that, because we know our level, we know what we are doing in the sport, and we are doing great things in the sport. We're still doing that, and we were already expecting all that, like I was always talking to my coaches and to everybody, like, guys, we are doing good, we're doing very good, but we are facing the best guys in the world. Maybe one time, two times, three times, we're gonna lose, and people are gonna be, because people expect so much from us. If they has a little bit less than they expect, they jump off, But this is the fight game. As soon as we get back in the wins and all that, I think people are gonna go back in the ship. You see Carlos practice. He lost young Gary. Everybody was saying, and now he smokes and this and that, and now he has 2 amazing wins, 2 great knockouts, and people love him, and he has 1 million followers on Instagram and all this shit, So we were expecting that. It doesn't affect us,
No, it is a part of it, but it is always interesting to see how does somebody respond after a loss. And man, he came back in devastating knockouts, Jeff Neal and Leon. And the fact that he smokes is stunning. Like, to be able to do what he does. And there's a few guys, I think, on the planet that can do that. There's some people that can just smoke and get away with it. I am not one of those people. I'm a fucking lump when I smoke. Does he smoke right before he trains? I mean, or is it just constant?
Yeah. I think he smokes like around 8 to 10 cigarettes a day, he's coming from Taubaté to São Paulo to train. He's smoking in the car, just to get in the zone to train and to anxiety and all this shit. And after training, he smokes again. Like, it's not a problem for me. And the thing that I like him the most is that he doesn't hide it. You know what I mean? Like, he just show himself and show who he really is. He likes to party. He likes all that, but he trains his ass off. When it's time to train, when it's time to be serious, he's one of the seriousest guys that I saw, So it's not a problem for him,
It reminds me of Sakuraba back in the day. He was taking out the whole Gracie family, smoking cigarettes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
slapping on Kimura's.
Yeah, there's a lot of Japanese Olympic champions that smokes a lot of cigarettes in the day, and so it's not something that, it's not normal, but it's not something that people never saw in their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it is always a topic of conversation because it's such an interesting ability. I mean, it just makes you tired and it kills your car. But the guys that can compete on the level that you guys are competing on and still get away with smoking, I think that's why people talk about it with fighters so much. It's just staggering to the rest of us that someone can do that.
Yeah, and in the other side, for the fans, it's amazing that he smokes, because some fans like feel themselves on him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is the guy that smokes, the party and does all that. He does everything that we do, and he still go there and do an amazing performance. So people relate to that. That's why he's maybe that's why he's one of the most followed. Of course, the knockout and everything, he's different. But the other part, people relate to that so much that people become a fan that doesn't matter what he does. You know what I mean? Like he smokes, he party. That's who I am, and he does all that. Man, I want to be like that guy. You know what I
That's
mean?
exact. Yes, he is what every guy wishes they could be. Just a guy who smokes and has a good time and then knocks people the fuck out. Everybody wants to be able to combine all of those things, and it's just a very rare thing. And also, Mauricio is fighting Fiziev. Am I correct? Is it Fiziev he's fighting? When is that? Again, there's so many fights upcoming.
It's the
325.
325 in January 31st, but in Australia it's February 1st.
Oh, okay. Volkanovski against
Diego.
Yes.
Diego. Yes.
And he's fighting on that. And then John Silva is fighting. Who is John fighting?
1 week earlier, he's fighting Arnold Allen.
Right, Arnold Allen.
They're all great fights. Now, with you fighting RDR, did you watch his last fight with Brendan Allen?
I watch it. I watched his fight.
And that was a dumb question. The fight nerds are watching everything. What the hell kind of question is that?
Yeah.
But now, listen, that's his, again, that was him at his very worst. This is just like yourself. He only has one loss in the UFC. He doesn't have as many fights as you, but he has one loss. He beat a former champion in Robert Whittaker. What do you take away from that fight, or if anything? Or do you just look at it maybe as a bad night? I know it was a bad night.
To be honest with you, like, I think it was a bad matchup for him because Brendan Allen was the only guy that wasn't afraid to go in the ground with him. You know? So Brendan Allen, you want to grapple? I will grapple you. And I will out grapple you. And I'll make you tired doing that. You know, like we know the RDR doesn't have the best cardio. I don't think he gets like he has the cardio, but sometimes it's not there. Maybe he cuts a lot of weight. Maybe it's a missed preparation, something that when he's in training camp and all that. I think it was a bad night, but I don't think if he fights like Brendan Allen 10 times, he's going to win 9. You know what I mean? Like
he says.
It's a bad matchup for him because that's the only guy that is not afraid to go in the ground with him, you know, and going to make him work going into the ground, you know? And I think he felt that. I think because, you know, he's not a good striker. So once he grabs you, once he grapples you, that's when he feels more comfortable.
Yes.
So what Brendan Allen did is, I'm going to grapple you. You're not going to be comfortable in that position, you know? Maybe you're going to have good positions. You're going to have good attacks and maybe good mount and back take and all that. But I'm not going to let you be comfortable in the zone. So once you're not comfortable in the zone that you're supposed to be comfortable, when it comes on the feet, he's definitely not comfortable with that. Yeah. And I think that's what make this matchup a bad matchup for him, you know.
His face, though, he looked defeated like not just losing the fight, but mentally he looked very checked out and really. I'm not saying he quit. I don't think a guy quits, but he just looked like he was very. Did you notice that too? That mentally he looked like it was more than just losing a fight.
Yeah, for sure. And that was exactly because of what I just said. He's not comfortable on the feet. As soon as he grabs you, he gets comfortable.
Yep.
And he was not comfortable at all in the whole fight. So that's when your mind starts to trick you, and he just let the mind trick him, you know what I mean? So that's why he was so appearing to be like defeated already, you know what I mean? So because there was no comfortable position for him.
Have you had that? Like, or does every fighter deal with that? And we just happen to see it on him, like those moments where it just feels like, what the fuck, man, nothing is working. And you just feel defeated and like you want to just give up, even though you don't. Has that happened to you in a fight that you've actually wound up winning?
Yeah, actually, yes. Because I think we all fighters feel this, you know, because in the fight, I used to say that you are talking with you all the time. And if you let this voice that talks with you drowns you, it's over because you lose to yourself. You know what I mean? And sometimes you're not in a good day, or sometimes you didn't prepare very well, and the truth comes inside the octagon, and and you're talking to yourself like, I really deserve this win. Like, I already won 5 times. I just won a former champ. It's not a problem for me to lose this fight and this and that. You know what I mean? All this conversation comes to your mind. I know that because when I fought 2 guys. I fought Gaethje and I fought Petrosian. And then I went to Abu Dhabi to fight Muradov. And I torn the ligament of my left hand in 10 days before the fight. So I couldn't punch with my left hand, and I'm southpaw. And I just couldn't punch with my left hand in the whole fight. And the voice was in my mind, like, oh man, you are hurt. You already won 2 times. Maybe it's not that bad if you lose this. So now I need to talk back to this voice. You know what I mean? I need to talk back. I need to go there and then, fuck you, man. You're not going to drown me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lose for myself. And I'm ready. I'm prepared. I did everything on my control to be prepared to this fight. I'm not going to lose this fucking fight, you know? And then you talk back, then your body feels that. And then everything changes on you. You know what I mean? That's the way the fight plays out. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes... Actually, a lot of times you see guys already defeated before they are defeated, you know?
Yeah.
And you can see that. And when you fight someone and you see that, you've already been through that. You feel it, you know what I mean? Brendan Allen told in the interviews that I'm going to get tired, but he's going to get tired too, and he doesn't like to get tired. So doesn't matter if I'm fucked up, tired, he'll be worse than me. And that's the conversation that you're having, you know what I mean?
And it's also a confirmation. Like, if something is happening that you're worried about, it's like, yup, this is what I was worried about. Like, maybe in his mind, de Ridder had a thing like, fuck, this guy's a good grappler, and I'm a little worried about it. And then when it starts not going your way, you're like, God damn, this is what I was afraid of. And then it's almost confirmation bias in a bad way.
Yeah, your biggest fears become bigger, you know what I mean? And it drowns you. That's a fight game, you know, man. We all been through that. I think Matt Serra been through that too. All the top guys, I think they all been through that. We all doubt ourselves sometimes, you know, and it's normal because we're human, you know? So it's just a matter of being training to talk back to that voice. So in the training camp, you sometimes some sparring doesn't go the way you want. You know, sometimes it gets hard, you're tired, and it's changing 3 times fresh coming to fight with you in the camp. And if you're used to that, if you're used to talk back to the voice and winning their voice, you're going to do that on the fight. So maybe on the training camp, or you were losing to yourself all the time, or you're not used to that conversation, you know?
I could picture getting ready for this fight with RDR, you starting in the worst positions possible and being comfortable there with escaping when you're tired, when he has your back, when he has side control. Is it not to give away, how the cookies are made. I don't even know if that's a saying, but it's cookies. But is this part of the game plan? I mean, you know what where he wants you.
Of course. Think with me. I saw an interview of RDR saying Kai is a great matchup for me and this and that, but he doesn't believe that, you know what I mean? Because he knows that the guy that dominated him, I dominated him in a grappling match for 10 minutes. I fought Brendan Allen in a grappling match, and I dominated him for 10 fucking minutes. So he knows, man. He knows it's not a good matchup for him. It's not a good position for him. And then after he was saying that, the interviewer were asking him like, and you have something to say? If you win this fight, you have something to say after? And he says, yeah, for sure I have something to say, but I'm going to keep to myself. Because he knows there's a good chance for him to lose. It's not a fight that he's like super confident. Don't get me wrong. It's a hard fight. He's a top competition, But he knows that in the position that he's more comfortable, I dominated a guy that dominated him. So that's a good matchup for me, not for him,
When was that grappling match with you and Brendan Allen?
It was in Karate Combat.
Oh, shoot. How long ago was that?
It was I think it was March of the last year.
Oh, okay. Wow. Not even a year ago.
Oh,
yeah.
What do you expect out of de Ridder? Like, meaning, again, because of the way the last fight went, what do you, like, this is to me a really huge fight for him. Because again,
Yeah.
like you said, guys doubt themselves. And you lost to Imavov, but it was a tough fight. I mean, he's a great fighter. I think your situation is a lot easier to go, hey man, it just didn't go my way than his. I think for him, this is a much more important fight. So you expecting him to kind of come out like he's fighting for the belt at this point?
Yeah, for sure. Like he wants to come up, he wants to come to this fight, and he wants to prove to everyone that he's not a quitter. But most than that, I think he wants to prove to himself that he's not a quitter. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, this is a good power that you have. When you want to prove something to yourself, there's a big power coming on that. You know what I mean? But when you get denied and you start to doubt yourself, it's gonna be big too. You know what I mean? His doubt's gonna be big too. You know, like I think it's a great matchup for me. I think finally I will fight a guy that wants to grapple. You know,
Yeah.
and like because my first 2 or 3 fights, 4 fights in the UFC, I dominated in the grapple. I dominated Gaethje Magadziev, that was 13-0 with 11 finishes, and he's double-time world sambo champion. And I dominated the guy on the ground. You know what I mean? And like I know that I'm better than him on the ground, and I know on the striking there's not even a comparison. You know, so what he can do. What he can do. For sure, he can go there and go in good position, get my back, and this and that. But I'm gonna do the same. I'm not gonna make him stay comfortable in those positions. You know what I mean?
You know, another guy that likes to grapple, Khamzat. I mean, are we looking now? He just looks so almost too dominant where people are just shitting on him saying, well, he just controlled him too easily. I go the other way. I go, look, man, the other guy's going to have to be able to get out. I don't care because there was a lot of controversy with like, oh, he's doing just enough to win. I go, well, he is getting him crucifixed on the side control for 5 rounds. I mean, you can't hate on the guy for doing that. Somebody has to do something to stop that. Are we seeing any weaknesses anywhere? Are you seeing something where you're like, nobody is doing, you don't have to say what it is. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. Drake is, I'll tell you right now, in the 5th round, if he had a little bit better jiu-jitsu, might have had a moment there. I don't know if you remember that. I mean,
there was a lot of lack of jiu-jitsu by Draco's part because he doesn't even know how to escape the hips. Like Shimaev was on top of him, like trying to pass the half guard. And as soon as Shimaev was on the side control, he couldn't even like just get away with the hip to get the guard back. You know what I mean? So there was a lack of jiu-jitsu on him. And I think the most important thing, there was a lack of movement. He was not like moving around, and he was stuck in the middle of the octagon, trying to hit a guy that wants to grab you. And as soon as the guy grabs you, he wants to do a guillotine. So you're going to grab the guy that wants to grab you. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was some bad decisions that made the fight go the way they was, you know?
A lot of guys who are athletic and extremely athletic and explosive, that could be enough for a lot of guys who don't have that control on top in jiu-jitsu. They explain, and he's very explosive. Yeah. And you've seen him in grappling matches, at least I've seen him in grappling matches, finish with the guillotine. So guys who get greedy with the guillotine are great until they meet a guy that's good at defending it. And now they're pulling him on top. And again, if you rely solely on, you don't rely on technique, you rely on explosiveness. And man, that's great until it doesn't work. And now you just make yourself more tired with a killer on top of that. So that jiu-jitsu, which takes a lot of time, you know, so that's, you know, something, cut some corners that guys can't cut. And
and you need to be complete. You know, you need to know how to do guard. You need to know how to do top position. You need to have a good finish on top position, a good finish on the bottom, a good sweep, and all that. At least one that you practice a lot, at least, and you know how to do it. You know what I mean? So I think he lacks all of that.
Yeah, I was going to say this puts you right there. We take out RDR, and you know there'll be talks of you and Khamzat. I mean, so that's very exciting. You know.
For sure, I'm planning on that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's gonna be. I'm gonna need 1 or 2 fights. I think it's all gonna depend on my performance against against him. But to be honest, I think maybe 2 fights because the division is too messy right now. You know, we got Brandon Allen. Now we got just Joe Pyfer against Adesanya. And if he wins, is a good matchup, you know. And we have Anthony Hernandez that is destroying a lot of guys that are fighting Strickland right now. So a lot of people coming, you know. So I think I'm planning to go there and put the best performance of my life, a good knockout. I'm going to knock him out. That's my plan. I'm going to knock him out. It doesn't matter if I'm going to grapple, going to do this, and that. I'm going to knock him out. That's what I want. That's what I'm training to do, you know? And I think after a good knockout, a great performance, for sure is going to be talks about me, Hamza. But I'm not going to be surprised if the UFC wants me to do one more, you know? Like... Yeah. I don't care, you know, like I'm just here to prove I'm one of the best guys in the world. I think I already proved that. And I just think we need to continue to do that, you know?
There might be a couple of eliminator fights, you're saying, just a couple, because there's so many interesting matchups happening and so many guys that are deserving in the top 10. Yeah, it really is a very competitive top 10.
If you see the division, if everything plays out the way we want, we can go right after to the title fight. Because think with me, if Joe Pyfer goes there and lose to Adesanya, they're not going to give title shot to Adesanya against Hamza, right? They're not going to give. And then you have Strickland and Hernandez. 2 guys that fight, one in a high pace, one in a low pace. That's a fight that maybe is not a good matchup for both because maybe they do a boring fight, a very even fight. And then they don't. There's not a guy that just comes out, you know? Yeah. And then if this fight happens that way, the fight with Pyfer, he loses to Adesanya, and I knock out RDR. And Imavov and Hamza is already saying like, oh, we are brothers from Russia. We don't fight, maybe. My mom say that I shouldn't fight him and this and that.
Yeah.
I'm the next, you know? So I just need to go there, do my job. That's what I control. And then the rest, let God decide.
I'm going to ask you one more question too, because you mentioned Anthony Hernandez, him against Hamzat. Who do you think that's a worse matchup for between those two?
I think Hamza dominates him because we saw Anthony Hernandez in top position only. You know, like you're gonna get taken down by Hamza. Doesn't matter. You're gonna get taken down. That you need to accept that before you fight him.
It's gonna happen, yeah.
It's gonna happen. You know, amazing wrestling, good wrestling background and all that. And I don't think Anthony Hernandez knows, and at least he's not used to be on bottom position that much. You know, that's what I think. Maybe he goes there and surprise us for sure. Because he has the cardio. He's a great competitor. I have big respect for this guy. I really love Anthony Hernandez. I like him, his style and everything. Yeah. But I don't think again Hamza is a good matchup for him because he's going to be on the bottom. And he already lost when he was on the bottom. He got triangle. He was dashed by Marcos Maluco that he's not even in the UFC anymore. He got finished by that guy, you know? So let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, Caio, always great talking to you and always great watching you fight. So we look forward to this and have a great fight. I hope you stay healthy and it goes great for you.
Thank you so much, guys. Always honored to be here talking with you guys. Anytime you guys want, just let me know. I'll be here with you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you hanging out, Caio, man. Take care. All our best.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Take care, brother. All right, warrior. Listen, man, we love Caio.
You can't not like him.
He's just, they're all great, those fighting nerds, man.
All nice.
You know, Jimmy, I'm excited. I'm excited for him. It's a big opportunity. And RDR is, I really love his jiu-jitsu. And he has that knee that comes up out of nowhere. But I'll tell you, Caio sounds like he's in the zone, man.
And mentally, it's interesting. Sorry, Matt. Mentally, it's interesting. We'll see what RDR comes back with. Like, did that affect him mentally at all? Or was he able to walk it off? And I don't know, it was just a bad night. And here's what you never know until their next fight.
Yeah, well, Paddy Pimblett, great, man. Thank you, Paddy.
Yes, Paddy's awesome.
I mean, listen, what a nice show. Jimmy.
Yes, buddy.
Oh, we have no show Monday. There's a Oh, he's saying it right now for Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, right. All right. Well, look, have a good day off. I'm going to be in Sellersville, Pennsylvania on the 30th. I think it's the 30th, Friday. And then I'm going to be out in Vegas and Bakersfield. And then I did book the mothership again, but that's not till April. And check out my new Jim Norton Can't Save You. We got George Santos returning. Very funny episode. George is a very, very amusing individual. So,
oh, man. What was I just watching you on? Adam Carolla?
I did Carolla. He was actually supposed to do mine, but we're not going to.
Was that recent or no?
Recently, I just did Jay Moore's podcast too.
That's what I saw you on. I'm
Jay
sorry.
Moore, yeah.
That's
maybe.
right.
An old friend of mine, Jay.
Podcast.
I love Jay.
I was watching that. That was great, Jimmy.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, Matt Serra channel on YouTube, Spotify, all that fun stuff. Just me geeking out with Matt Serra. You know, if you like the Matt Movie Minute, which I haven't done in a minute.
How can you not?
Well, you know, so I don't know how much you like it.
I love it.
But I like to have a good time. So yeah, man, you go to Matt Serra channel, give that a subscription.
A sub. Give it a sub.
Jimmy, you shit all over my joke last week about the balloon in your ass.
That's all right.
You know, I like the second I said it, you just started laughing. And I knew it wasn't at the joke. It was at my just lack of confidence delivering it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. All right, Jimmy. Well, let's stick to Natalie Como opening up for you. I'm not opening up anytime soon. All right, Jimmy. So much fun. Buddy. Good luck with your travels.
Thank you.
I will see you next week.
Okay, pal. Have a good weekend.
Goodbye, Unfiltered Army.
Goodbye.